7 videos, all shocking and disturbing. From an ordinary bus ride home turning fatal, to the negligence and sheer carelessness of one man resulting in 3 people no longer being here. These are some of the most shocking and disturbing videos on the internet. Video 1. Actions. Thrissur is a city in the South Indian state of Kerala. It's known for sacred sites and colourful festivals. Furthermore, almost 2 million people call the city home, and quite a few of these people use the public transportation system to get to and from work or other places. This is the case for an elderly man who goes by Sridharan and his wife, 74-year-old Nalini, as they regularly use this very bus. On the 11th of August 2025, things would be anything but regular. These buses are very different to the ones you may know of, as the doors aren't exactly closed. It's weird, and the small door has to be shut and manually locked by the conductor. Here, he failed to lock it, as even though the door had been closed, Nalini fell and the door gave way. She was rushed to the hospital, however, according to news sources, she had already passed away long before she even arrived. Video 2. Patience. Dalachipan, August 19th, 2025. There is almost zero information for this video. However, I've been doing this for a while, so digging up information with what we have on hand, the footage itself, is not difficult. But before that, take a look at what it shows. The file was uploaded with the following terms: Selo, Dalachipan, surely a blessing from the Almighty. No words. Don't sit on your phones while driving. Look at the road ahead. .mp4. This means that the person in the car did indeed survive, as they're thanking God. Furthermore, the term Dalachipan is actually Azeri instead of Russian, but the village itself is in the Republic of Dagestan, located in Russia. Video 3. No remorse. The following video is dashcam footage that was recorded in Fort Pierce, Florida in August of 2025. It shows Harjinder Singh, the driver of the truck, on the Florida Turnpike. For some extra context, the Florida Turnpike has an official use only turn, and for those who aren't from the US, this basically means only certain types of vehicles are allowed to quickly turn around, respond to accidents, or patrol both directions of the highway, such as law enforcement or emergency services. These are not to be used by civilians. Singh decides to ignore that. His decision to make a U-turn at the official use only turn resulted in catastrophic consequences, as a minivan was right there when he crossed in front of it. The driver was unable to avoid it, and this resulted in 3 people, unfortunately, passing away. What got me was his almost non-existent reaction. It was genuinely horrifying to see how unfazed he was. He currently faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide. Video 4. Uncomfortable. The introduction to this video should not be taken lightly. I'm very serious when I say this. It will make you uncomfortable, so I ask you to prepare yourself mentally. Now, it's nothing graphic or anything along those lines, nor is it an accident. It's the circumstances some people have to deal with.
Ебать, Саня! Ебать. Ебать. Бля, клянусь, я не хочу тут обрабатывать. Фу. Бля, это просто жесть. Бля, это...
From the little information found on this video, it's safe to assume that these people were cleaners, and this was the place they had to do next. One infested with roaches. Many people don't realize how quickly roach infestations can happen, which is why it's always advised to do regular pest control to maintain a healthy environment, free of any infestations. Video 5. Tragedy. Taichung City, Taiwan, November 30th, 2021. This is a video that shows a few workers, one of which is Mr. Zhang. He works in construction. That morning, Mr. Zhang made his way to a worksite at the Taiwan Provincial Water Supply Company near the intersection of Zhongshan Road and Renhe Road in the Tanzi district. At the time, a water pipe reconnection project was ongoing. According to various Taiwanese and Chinese sources, this was not a minor project either. Almost every single source had labeled it as a major reconstruction, one that involves countless workers and sophisticated systems to get the work done. That is what makes this video so tragic. Even with the quote-unquote safety tech and precautions, Mr. Zhang, who was using a hammer to knock open a pipe opening, got sucked into the pipe due to a strong suction force. Of course, it happened in less than a second, thus the sheer impact force led to him suffering head injuries. He was later rescued by his co-workers, but unfortunately could not be saved. Somehow, this video of the exact moment it happened was recorded by a person at the site and went viral on many Chinese and Taiwanese social media pages. A thorough investigation was done by a Chinese source who goes by Mr. Tsai's science popularization. This is what they concluded. The pipe had been shut off due to a large-scale water outage for construction. Our pipes are long and have height differences. After the water cut off, water at high points flowed down into low areas. This left empty space at higher points with no water or air to fill them, thus creating negative pressure. When the pipe was opened, air rushed in suddenly, creating a strong suction force that pulled the worker in. They also made a horrifying discovery. Mr. Zhang was not wearing the adequate protective gear. The contractor was found to violate regulations and was fined up to $300,000. The water company was liable for poor supervision and was fined up to $150,000, along with possible criminal liability. Video 6. Fear. Russia is the largest country in the world in terms of sheer landmass, and is also one of the most populous, with 143.5 million people calling it home. These people stay all over the country, sometimes even in faraway, remote parts where you're most likely never gonna find news headlines being made internationally. Even so, some things can happen which don't just make international headlines. They force countries thousands of miles away to issue warnings, advisories, and evacuation orders.
Рабочий процесс идет. Что у нас с этой стороны? Зашкаливается.
What you saw was the initial alert of an earthquake that struck Kamchatka. This was indeed the recent 8.8 magnitude quake, and these people somehow captured the initial alert and the reaction of the workers. What followed is crazy.
Нихуя ебашит. Ёб твою мать. Ёб твою мать. Нихуя.
The entire Kamchatka Peninsula shook, and it was one of the most severe to ever be recorded. However, I've already covered that, so instead, I'd like to show you the impact it had on faraway countries, Tsunami watches and advisories were issued for numerous countries and territories across the Pacific, including New Zealand, French Polynesia, the Philippines, Indonesia, and China. But thankfully, the effects were minor. Hawaii saw waves of up to 1.8 meters. Japan also got hit by tsunami waves, leading to one woman tragically passing away after falling off of a cliff while trying to escape the waves. This is where I planned on putting video 7, however, due to the nature of the clip, along with certain restrictions, I was unable to do so. Rest assured, I will do my best to include it in the next edition. Please consider subscribing to catch that as soon as it comes out. Have a great day and a great weekend.